Following the swearing-in ceremony of commissioners in Lagos State on Wednesday, 13th September, expectations are high as the task ahead is clearly no stroll in the park. Sectors like education, waste management, and the ease of doing businesses, amongst others, have been highlighted as areas for concentration. In this next report, News Central's Akede takes a look at what to do and what is expected from the government of Lagos in the coming years.
So begins the journey for the new commissioners in Lagos State. While some of them are familiar with the terrain, having served the previous 4 years, a few others are making their debut in government. Either way, the task ahead promises to be a tough one.
You have headquarters of major corporations, major institutions in Nigeria located, and the fact that it is the most active port city in the country, and you know the importance of any city that is a port city in any society. And beyond that, Lagos has played host to the federal capital of the country in the past.
The last 4 years of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was riddled by certain challenges which some have suggested may have affected the performance of him and his team. But others feel there is no room for excuses.
The first 4 years of Governor Sanwo-Olu, as the stakeholders in government and other persons, including the governor, have often alluded to, was characterized by several challenges, including the fact that it was in the same period that the world witnessed a global lockdown necessitated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Not long after the pandemic, the state became the epicenter of a national youth protest, now known as the NSAS.
I do think that COVID had a lot of effect on Lagos State as a whole. There was a lot of setbacks, especially for businesses. And but if you look at the resource that we have as a country and as a people, I do think it should have been so much more better.
With an estimated population of over 20 million, Lagos is the main business destination and commercial nerve center of the nation. However, complaints about the ease of doing business in Lagos is something that Lagosians feel the governor must address, especially as it concerns micro, small and medium-scale enterprises, MSMEs.
I noticed that especially these on public transport, they tax them a lot. Each bus stop, you see a lot of conductors, all these agbero, like they say, they usually collect revenue from them. Like every bus stop, you have to pay for it. And I noticed that there's this particular road in my area. That road is very bad. So I was meant to understand that this taxation, they use it to fix the road, especially when they're having challenges. The roads are very bad. They have to fix it for them. So I have noticed for the past 1 year, nothing has been done on that road. And they keep collecting this money every day.
On multiple taxation, I think it has to do with disorganization, really, because a lot of these taxes can be all bundled into one thing, and I do think that on that level, the government is just trying to pick money from everybody's purse.
Like every other megacity, with its huge population and cosmopolitan nature, Lagos provides ample avenue for wealth creation, but this also results in tons of waste being generated, which according to many has been poorly managed.
But I think what is missing now is the ability of the state to move to the level of recycling this waste rather than creating dump sites that have virtually littered every part of the state. There are places today that you get to in Lagos and you cannot imagine the height of dump sites that have been created because this waste have to be disposed. So Lagos State must invest in waste recycling because this will not only secure our environment in Lagos, this will also be another, revenue generation, for the state.
Perhaps in education, Lagos can be scored high when compared to other states. Its agenda of leaving no child behind has reflected in the improvement witnessed in the state's education as compared to other states, especially when it comes to special education of children with disabilities. But even here, experts say the state can do more. While responding to News Central's crew, A public servant who chose to remain anonymous said, while the government is currently doing well in education, subsidizing transportation fares for students in uniforms or with student IDs on both Lagos state transport systems and public commercial transportation will go a long way to ease commuting for students in the state. In 2022, a report released by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, had it that an estimated 20 million children were out of school in Nigeria. Concerning out-of-school children in Nigeria, of all the 36 states, Lagos was ranked 19.
According to statistics, if Lagos was a country, it would be the 5th largest economy on the continent. And of course, with such statistics, if they are anything to go by, these new commissioners have a huge task ahead of them. The citizens are expecting that just as the governor did in his first 4 years, where he rolled his sleeves and said he would get his hands dirty, the same will be expected of the new commissioners. Akede, reporting for News Central.